Hello and welcome to the week 7 eviction for 1984 Power of 3. So this week we started out the week with Jason and his two eyebrows and Gianna being on the block. And now we have Jason with 0 eyebrows and the Power of 3 is on the block. So first I'd like to address Jason. Um, Obviously, Jason, you came off the block this week because you had a perfect score in the Power of Veto. So how much do you think you actually needed that veto to stay safe this
Well, I figured I probably needed it to stay until the hilarity ensued yesterday. um, I felt like I needed it, and I always feel like your game is in your own hands, right? Like, so you have to do what's best for you. And in that case, I felt like I needed to make sure I won and pulled myself off.
So, Cindy, obviously, you guys are on the block tonight as the Power of 3 for the second time this game. So, kind of explain to me how this happened. How did you guys end up coming to this?
I think the only possible explanation is we all saw Sam T put himself on the block and get voted out. And we all said, that's a fucking inspiration. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to make a back door for myself. And the rest was fucking history.
So, Tawny, obviously, this is the second time you have gone up on the block as the Power of 3. However, this time you sit here on eviction night. How does this change? How does being on the block on eviction night on your Power of 3 week differ from the first time? Obviously, you could go home, but how does the situations differ?
Well, I mean, it's not that I couldn't go home last time. It's that this time that I'm just for sure going home. Like, there's no if, and, or buts about it. Like, that's what the difference is. Before, I couldn't go. This time, I for sure am.
So, Xander, obviously, you're also a part of the Power of 3 and on the block this week. So, what do you have to do differently as a Power of 3 being nominated than if you were just nominated by the Power of 3 or by an HOH? What goes into your campaigning differently this time?
I mean, going into this, we already know that we had the power, so we have to talk to people saying, hey, I tried to keep you safe in the Power of 3 because there's 3 heads. So it was harder to try to talk to people to convince my point of why they should keep me because I try to keep them safe. So it adds that extra higher power of strategy and then trying to convince people in order to me.
So, Rizzo, going into this vote, do you think everybody has kind of made up their minds and there's one name going around, or do you think that there are multiple plans out there?
Whoops. All right, I'm on mobile. I'm sorry. To be honest, we're getting to the point of the game where everybody has their own agenda. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. If expected juries next round after this vote, so I feel like it's mostly going to be what people think are best for their games. So, I mean, anything can happen tonight. I don't know. I can't confirm, but I know for sure that it's not going to be like a unanimous vote in the beginning.
So, Billy, Rizzo kind of hinted to my next question. I did say that there's an announcement tonight. What are you guys speculating that might be, and how does it affect how you vote?
I think there's 2 announcements, personally. I think, 1, the Power of 3 twist ends. I hope so, because this twist is disgusting and I hate it. And the second twist, we're going to be going into the jury, where we can make the jury music video. I'm sure some of us are more excited than others with that, because I know I can't. Or sing or do anything remotely artistic. Anyway, I'm hoping that is the case. If it's not, I have already signed my resignation letter to Blake Murphy.
Okay. So, Nick, if the announcement tonight is not jury or is not the Power of 3 twist ending, how does that affect the game more than if it isn't over?
I'm going to be dead ass. That would be fucking iconic. because right now, what I've been seeing is a lot of like scared gameplay. So like it would be super fucking iconic if we didn't end Power of 3 and there was still 3 people that you had to deal with getting your way through, because people are wanting to flock to this alliance of 4 to like try and be their 5th person. I'm not playing for 5th place. Like, so if you want to flock to this alliance of 4 and keep them strong in the game, that's annoying, and it would be so nice to have them have to deal with 3 people as HOH. That would be so fucking great for me. And these people wanting to make these like moves for jury, like, oh, this is what I have to do to like further myself in jury, just to have that pulled away from them. Oh, it'd be fucking iconic. I already know there's people after me, so I don't have to worry about like being chill or quiet about it. Like, I know Billy's after me and I know Kevin's after me, so like I'm just gonna say what I need to say, and that's what it is.
So Kevin, you just heard your name brought up. Do you have anything to say in response to that?
I am. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh no. I think what it comes down to is how badly do you want HOH, or get in the Power of 3. We'll see. I think the game just beginning really is going to be pretty fun. We'll see how it goes. It's going to get chaotic. But yeah, and if the Power of 3 still continues, mass quit.
So, Sam.
Fingers crossed you're the first one gone.
Okay. So, Sam, back to the other topic of jury. How does the jury possibly starting soon affect gameplay?
I had to get used to you not saying Sam Mew, so it feels great, first of all. Second of all, to answer your question, I feel like jury should play a role in how people vote. I mean, at the end of the day, if people are, not here to play, like, then why are you here type of thing. I think hopefully with jury comes the end of the PO3 twist. So we're really going to start seeing where people's true sides are, because I think a lot of people kind of, as Nick mentioned, there's been a lot of following, there's been a lot of like hiding behind other people in a PO3. So we'll see. I think it's going to be very important though, and I think it's going to really expose some people out there.
So Gianna, during this week's Power of Veto competition, you as well as Jason both gave up the chance to compete in the next challenge you are eligible for, which is obviously tonight's competition. So kind of talk me through your decision in choosing to get those 50 points for that, and then also tell me how that is going to affect your game.
Okay, well, I was trying to just get as many points as possible to try to win the Power VO, so that's why I went ahead and gave it up. But as this game goes on, we're just gonna have to see what happens. I mean, it's been said that I'm not being responsive and I'm not talking enough, but a lot of it, part of it is because of my job and the fact that I sleep during the day so I can be working at night. So that's part of it. It's not me ignoring anybody or anything like that. But there are times I have messaged people and I never get a response. So we'll just see how this game goes and see what happens. Oh, I'm sorry, don't mind my hair. I'm getting my hair braided tomorrow, so I'm sorry that I'm doing my hair online.
Okay. So with that is all the questions I have for you guys. Does anybody have anything else to say before we get to the final plea? Okay, with that, it is time to vote, but first I would like to give the nominees each a chance to say their final plea. Cindy, you are up first tonight. You may give your final plea.
Hello. So at the beginning of this round, when I became Power of 3, I said everyone who nominated or voted me, watch your ass. Well, good news, everyone. You know who nominated me this time? It's myself. So you know who I'm fucking gunning for.
Okay, Xander, you are up next.
If you guys vote me out, I will throw hands with SeaWorld, and no one wants to see that. So don't vote me out. Thanks.
And Tawny.
I mean, I feel like at this point we all kind of know where this vote is going tonight. But I would like to thank the few of you that have been on my side for, even if it's been for like the past hour and a half. But it's been a joy playing with the majority of you. If I've talked to you, I've talked to you. And just good luck on the rest of this game.
With that, it is now time to get to the vote. When I call your name, I need you to go to your confessional chat and either cast or confirm your vote. Bryce is up first tonight, so I will go get his vote since he is not here. Thank you, Bryce. Next up is Nick. Nick, please go to your confessional chat and confirm or cast your vote. Sam, you are next. Please go to your confessional chat and confirm or cast your vote. Thank you. Next up is Kevin. Kevin, please go to your confessional chat and confirm or cast your vote. Thank you. Gianna, you are next. Please go to your confessional chat and confirm or cast your vote. Thank you. Billy, you are next. Please go to your confessional chat and confirm or cast your vote. Thank you. Jason, you are next. Please go to your confessional chat and confirm or cast your vote. Thank you. Nolan, you are next. Please go to your confessional chat and confirm or cast your vote. Thank you. And Rizzo, you are next. Please go to your confessional chat and confirm or cast your vote. Thank you. Xander, you're not last this week. Okay. With that, I have the vote. House guests, I have the vote. When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guests will have just a few moments to say their goodbyes and leave the Zoom call. By a vote, 7-2, Tawny, you have been evicted from 1984. Tawny, you can give us your words.
What?
I said you can give us your final words.
Okay, thanks. So, I'd just like to say anything that has come out within the past little recent while is true. The person who I kind of went and spilled everything to, that is all true. Do with it what you will. I am glad I did that prior to now because I'm more chill at this moment than I was a couple hours ago. To the few of you that did what they could within the past like couple hours, I thank you greatly. That's about it. Good luck. Congrats on the jury because I'm sure that's where it is. Y'all made it and that was your goal. So I know who I want to see coming, I would say with me, but they'll be in jury. But congrats, everyone.
Can I say something before Tawny leaves?
Tawny's gone.
Damn.
No, you sure can. Keep it locked.
Man, I was just gonna say I made a promise. She said she wanted to punch me in the face, so I'm going down to Texas to see her, and she's gonna punch me in the face.
Okay, so with that, it is now time for a couple announcements. So tonight, we will not be playing a Power of Three competition. We will be playing your first head of household competition. But with this, please know that the Power of Three is still very important. Okay, so also, congratulations, Final 11. You have made the jury. So with that, we will get to work on that music video, but first we have to do your first head of household competition. As I stated earlier, Jason and Gianna chose to sit out of this competition during the power of veto, so I need you two to both go off of cam. Xander and Cindy, as you came down from the power of three this week, you will also compete. So Xander, if you could come on cam, and then as well as Kevin, if you could please come on cam.
I thought the
Unfortunately,
Power
I
of Three
cannot,
only
so
competed
I'm gonna
that
sit out.
other round because they were. It was an instant.
Good luck, everyone.
Interesting.
If the power of three comes off, they compete.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to rewatch that video to see what Michael said.
Okay. So as you all know, earlier this week we sent out a little survey. So this head of household competition will be based on that survey. How this will work is I am going to ask you a question, or I will give you one of the questions from the survey, and you are going to have to tell me how you think the majority answered. If you correctly guess who the majority answered, you will get a point. The person with the most points at the end of this competition will become the new head of household, the first head of household of the season. There are, I believe, 10 questions. Is that right? Or was it 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there was 12 questions. So we will go through all 12 questions. The person who has the most points at the end will win. If there is a tie, then we have a tiebreaker question. Remember, you are answering how you believe the majority answered.
Question.
Yes.
So I know that you said that we had to answer for every 12 people, or for everyone in the house at final 12.
Yes. Tawny is still included. Tawny's answers are still included.
Okay.
Tawny can still be an answer. So this is based on the final 12. So Tawny's answer is still included. Tawny could have been answered for these questions.
And you can write down your own name now.
Yes. Yes. Now you are allowed to write down your own name. Okay. Looks like Xander is not competing. He said that in the chat, so we will get started. The first question is, who mistakenly thinks they are running this game? Get your answers ready. Answers, please. Hold them up close. Okay. The correct answer was Tawny. So Cindy and Rizzo will each get a point. Next question. Who is actually running the game? Who is actually running the game? Get your answers ready. Answers, please. The correct answer was Kevin. So Billy, Cindy, Kevin, Nick, Nolan, and Rizzo will all get a point. Cross out Grace's name on my paper. Okay, next question. Who is playing for second place? Who is playing for second place? Get your answers ready. Answers, please. Okay, the correct answer was Billy. So Billy, Cindy, Nick, and Nolan will each get a point. Next question. Who is going to win this game? Get your answers ready. Answers, please.
Nolan, it's upside down.
Okay. The correct answers were Cindy and Kevin. So Billy, Kevin, and Nolan each get a point. Next question. Who would you trust with your life?
Can we get like a score update?
Who would you trust with your life? Get your answers ready. Answers, please. Okay. The correct answer was Jason, which means that Sam and Billy each get a point. Okay, we are currently at Billy with 4, Cindy has 3, Kevin has 2, Nick has 2, Nolan has 3, Rizzo has 2, and Sam has 1. Next question. Who do you never want to speak to again once the game is over? Who do you never want to speak to again once the game is over? Get your answers ready. Answers, please. Okay. The correct answer was Tawny, which means that Cindy, Kevin, and Nolan each get a point. Next question. Who is the hottest cast member? Who is the hottest cast member? Get your answers ready. Answers, please. Okay, the correct answers were Bryce and Nick, which means that Sam, Rizzo, Nolan, Kevin, and Billy each get a point. Okay. Next question. Who is the biggest liar? Who is the biggest liar? Get your answers ready. Answers, please. Okay, the correct answer was Tawny. So Cindy, Kevin, and Rizzo each get a point. We're currently in a four-way tie for the lead between Billy, Cindy, Kevin, and Nolan, with Rizzo 1 point behind. Nick and Sam each have 2 points. Next question. Who has yet to show their full potential? Who has yet to show their full potential? Get your answers ready. Answers, please. Okay, the correct answer was Rizzo, which means Rizzo, Kevin, and Billy each get a point. Next question. Who is the most honest? Who is the most honest? Get your answers ready. Answers, please. Okay, the correct answer is Gianna, which means Billy is the only one to get a point that round. Next question. Who is most deserving of a spot on All Stars? Who is most deserving of a spot on All Stars? Answers, please. The correct answer was Tawny, which means that Sam and Nolan each get a point. For update, Billy has 7, Cindy has 5, Kevin has 6, Nick has 2, Nolan has 6, Rizzo has 5, and Sam has 3. This is the final question. Who should have never been casted? Who should have never been casted? Get your answers ready. Answers, please. Okay. The correct answer is Sam Yu with 7 points. Congratulations, Billy. You are the new head of household. With that, Billy, we will figure out a time for your nomination ceremony. And with that, congratulations on jury. We will talk about the jury music video in a little bit. Good luck.